We need to have some solar panels installed on the roof of our bus. Why? We don't have enough electricity to run the damn air conditioner, and it's hot. So naturally, I went out and found a guy on the internet. Allow me to elaborate. So we're sitting here in the bright Arizona sun. We would really love to have some air conditioning so, I don't know, we can stop melting. And this guy said that he installed solar panels. He's in Flagstaff. He's only about an hour or two away. So we went, sure, great. We exchanged a whole bunch of emails. We bought those 3 solar panels, those big panels that I've now got conveniently stored under the bus. We bought them from a guy that the guy told us to buy them from. Well, I'm out $500 right now, and the original guy, he's not calling us back. I've been sending emails, I've been texting, I don't know where he is. He's an hour away, but he might as well be on the moon as far as I know. I don't know how we're gonna get these things installed. I'm gonna keep trying. Okay, there are 2 parts to this story, and one of them is actually, well, starting to come out a little better than I had hoped just mere seconds ago. Well, seconds for you, a day or 2 for me. Anyway, I'm gonna save the good news for later. The bad news, the installer, the guy that we discovered on a Facebook group, he's been completely uncommunicative for days. Couldn't get a hold of him, left him voicemails, text, emails, you name it. Finally wrote back this morning. It was kind of cryptic, it was kind of, I don't know, apologetic, but at the same time, we're still not there. We still don't have an appointment yet, and we still don't know if and when we can put these panels up. The only thing I do know is that we have to be out of where we are right now, so we gotta head somewhere else for a couple of days while we try to sort this out with, I'll show you in a second. And yeah, I got to take this down and put this up every single time because I like internet. I like being able to chat with you guys. You're welcome. These things are tall. I'm 6'2". And they're heavy as well. Oops. Okay, here's the deal. We actually bought these things from a company called Santan Solar somewhere in Tucson, Arizona. It turns out, I gotta catch my breath, these things are heavy. Give me 1 second. Okay, here's the deal. Santan Solar, it appears to be a very reputable company. I actually reached out and chatted with their social media manager. They they get panels from Canada, used panels. And that's what these monstrosities back here are. It turns out that our installer at least does not have some kind of strange hookup with these people other than the fact that they have good prices. So I'm starting to have a better feeling about this mystery guy who I've only talked to on email. But now we got 3 panels that we're just gonna have to wander around, and they take up a lot of room. It's gonna be fun. Maybe we should name them. They're like Mary, Coer, and Maury, or what were the 3 Stooges' names? I don't know. I'm tired, like I said. So this sounds like a grand time to explain why we even need these solar panels at all. After all, we've got portable ones just sitting outside soaking up that beautiful solar energy. Why do we gotta put these things on top of the bus? Well, the short answer has everything to do with where we are right now. And I would be telling you and showing you where we are, but I don't know if you can hear it, but it's windy out there. Okay, at the risk of you not being able to hear me, and of course me messing up my hair, it's very bright. It's very, this isn't gonna be good. We spend a whole lot, there it goes. I'm gonna get out of the wind. We spend a whole lot of time and money at parks where we can plug this beast into, well, paid electrical power. We want to get out to places like this where we don't have to pay for anything. West, there's a whole lot of BLM land, government land. They just let you kind of park for free. Well, the problem is there's no utilities out here. You got to bring it with you. And those little panels behind me, they're just not cutting it for too many days at a time. Now, something that I've discovered quite by accident on this trip is that I'm no longer a city boy. Now, don't get me wrong, I love cities. But being out here in the middle of all of this nature, all of this wind, I mean, can you see that mountain behind me? It's everywhere. And this is where we want to be. Yeah, granted, it's a little quiet, just kind of sitting out here reading, watching cars go by and wanting to do this all over again. Okay, yeah, maybe we're not quite as alone as I thought we would be. But damn it, we want to get places where we can be alone. But this is kind of the whole point, is we want to be out here in the middle of, well, in the middle of nowhere. Well, we need solar panels to do it. That's how I got to finish telling you the story, because I'm about to be really, really embarrassed. I'm going to have to make a big, big apology to somebody. But first, and I hope my hair is not too completely horrible for you, I need to apologize to you as well. Somebody called me out on something and I got to explain it. So if you were asking me recently, Rick, you live in a bus, right? How come you never show us, well, you living inside of the bus? And that's what I got to apologize for. Yeah, we cook in here, we live in here, we do a lot of things in here, all the things that you do in your place. But I've been a little embarrassed because this is where we live. It's not this Instagram-worthy, perfect. Every time I show you a shot in here, it's after we've cleaned up. This is what it looks like every day, because we're real human beings and we live here. Now, granted, it's not usually this crowded, but these monstrosities are in the way. But like you and everyone else, we've got dirty dishes in the sink. We got things piled up on the counter, and yeah, this is kind of a place where human beings live, so I want to make a promise to you. I'm going to show you what life is really like inside of this bus, because a lot of you, besides that one guy calling me out, a lot of you have asked. They want to know what life is really like in this glamorous, sexy lifestyle of living in a 30-foot metal box like we do. Well, I'm tired of having a little bit of false narrative going on. So please be kind in the comments in future videos, because real life is about to happen. But this video is not about, well, my failings as an Instagram influencer star. This video is about my failings as a human being, and this is where we get to the big apology. I like to think of myself as an optimist. I like to think of myself as a person who, well, gives people credit and thinks that the good will come out of them always. And that's how I started this little endeavor. I found a guy on the Facebook group. I assumed that he was going to be good, and voila, we were going to have solar panels. And then we didn't hear from him for quite a long time, and doubts crept in. I became that guy, that person who instantly assumed he's trying to rip me off, he's trying to screw me over. Well, the last email we just got from him, well, it made me feel like a real horrible human being. Let me explain, and yeah, you've probably guessed it. He had a family emergency. Now, if I had a family emergency, I probably wouldn't take the time to update my email responder going, hey, I'm having a family emergency and I'll get back to you when I can. No, I'm going to go deal with the family emergency. And that's exactly what he did. And that's what I allowed my brain to possibly ignore, possibly, well, not take into account that it might actually be true. I just considered the guy was a deadbeat. Couldn't be farther from the truth. So in 2 days' time, we have an appointment. We are going up to his place. He's going to put the solar panels on the roof, and he's even graciously enough allowed us to stay the night there. He says the views are great, which is just kind of compounding and adding to my misery of, well, me being a you-know-what. So the moral of the stories, dear friends, is don't always assume people are bad on the internet, and if your Nigerian prince decides that he wants to give you some money, it might actually be true. Well, okay, maybe not that one's true, but if somebody wants to install solar panels for you and gives you a really good deal, that one might be. Thanks for watching.